You're listening to the Claret and Big Blue podcast on the Pass the Gravy Podcast Network.
Damn, Daniel.
And here we go.
And we are live.
We'll do it live!
Welcome everyone to Claret and Big Blue, probably the only podcast on the internet dedicated to West Ham United and the New York Giants. That's right, football and football. For everyone, stay I'm Mike Fishner, and joined as always by Mr. Alex Middleton. Alex, Happy New Year! How you doing, buddy?
Happy New Year, buddy. Do they celebrate that over across the pond, the New Year's? Or is that just our thing?
We
Y'all
also
have
have
years,
calendars.
too.
We also
Okay,
have calendars
I just wanted to make sure. I know y'all do like daylight savings at a weird time compared to ours. I guess that's more related to the sun. I just didn't know. I know China has a different New Year than us.
Yes. It's like a week before or a week after. It's very confusing. So for like a week, there's only 4 hours difference between me and my homeland. But
yeah, it's always a good way to start a pod when your favorite team is in the motherfucking playoffs, bro. And we are indeed a podcast that covers the New York Giants, and they're in the playoffs for the first time in this podcast history. So shout out to us. It's basically we made the playoffs also. We don't play on the field, but we are taking credit for that.
Shout out to us. This is officially the 4th year that we've been doing Claret and Big Blue.
4th year.
Bobby McFunderwaffles in the live chat. I didn't know it was you, Mike, with the glasses. Yes.
Very classy.
So these aren't actual real. They're the blue light things.
Blu-ray. Not blue light filters. Is that what it is? That's what it is.
Blu-ray glasses, like it makes everything clearer. But
there's an idea for you.
I'm starting to get because I do this show
and
then afterwards I do Waffle Box, and staring at the screen all day I've started to get headaches on the day after. So I'm like, oh. So I've been advised to try to give these a try. So
do you feel like they're helping?
This is I started wearing them like a year ago, and then I stopped, and now this is like I'm actually making a concerted effort. So we'll see. I'll let you know tomorrow.
By the way, I have a prep sheet for my other podcast. So when you throw it to me at the end and you're like, Alex, what are we talking about on Pass the Gravy? I just wrote down Blu-ray glasses. So there's something we're talking about. A little teaser for tomorrow's show.
You better give me credit.
You were here first.
Damn it.
I'll maybe give you credit.
Because normally I've seen a little what's the word? A pattern emerging whenever I say something to you, and you go, "Oh, I'm going to remember that for tomorrow." And then at best you say, "Yeah." So I was chatting to this guy yesterday. It's like, "Oh,
there's
some guy."
This guy I was playing Xbox with did the same. He called me out on something like I think it was breakfast wings or whatever. Because sometimes just in conversation, something organically comes up, and you're like, "There's something there. Hold on, let's try and figure that out." And that's what Pass the Gravy is, kind of just trying to figure random shit out. And he was like, "Dude, you didn't even give me credit." I was like, "But like me being like, hey, there's this idea that I had that then this guy on Xbox also added to, and then I said this, and then he said this." It's like instead of just like, I was just thinking, saves a lot of time.
Yeah,
so
just saying it was all your idea is
my buddy.
It's a lot easier than giving credit.
I'm not trying to take credit for it. It's just quicker.
Do you feel more smart with the glasses? You don't look nerdy at all. Thank you. No, I think if I do this,
the beanie makes it cool. Oh, dude, you need to get the tiny little like circle ones, like the Santa glasses. Like, oh, you kids, how are you doing? I mean, I know that my season just came and went, but you still could be on the naughty list if you don't start behaving in January. That's what St. Nicholas sounds like to me. An old man like that.
Back in my day.
When I was in the North Pole, it was always snowy, and thanks to global warming, you kids are doing. Now we're swimming.
In my day, you could buy a car with 5 nickels and 2 peanuts.
It was a simpler time.
Simpler time. But how was your before we get into Giants, because they are officially one of the best.
Going to the
teams in
Yoffs,
NFL.
dude. We're going to the Yoffs. That's what we're calling them now. Yoffs.
The Yoffs.
This
The people
sounds
need
cool.
to know.
Going to the Yoffs.
Celebrated New Year. Did you continue the tradition? Did you fuck up some chilies?
Oh, dude. Like, you even got to ask the question? Of course it did. Went Chili's Triple Dipper. Got the Southwest Egg Rolls. Got the Big Mouth Bites. Got the Chicken Crispers. Or no, I went boneless buffalo wings this time. I went boneless buffalo wings. Change it up. That's the beauty of the Triple Dipper. You don't have to get the same thing. You just get the same order. And then it's like, well, what do you want? You got a whole smorgasbord of things.
Did you dente it up?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. The service was a little slow. Not their fault. Like, I feel like 5 people had to work the entire restaurant on New Year's Eve. So it's like, I can't really fault anybody like that. And then I think they had like a computer issue. So it was like, whatever, dude. Chili's can't do any wrong by me. So love the place. But new idea. I just need to make a Triple Dipper wheel. Just like, what are we getting? Boneless buffalo wings. Yep. And then you spin it again.
Could be an app.
I mean, you're a sucker if there's another one. Find a way to make a wheel for me. And we're spinning it and going to Chili's, buddy.
You can. Is
There probably is. I'm sure there's a way to make a wheel. I want a wheel here. I want a wheel next to me though, so I can just do it at home. I don't have to make it every time.
What are the options at Chili's for your triple dip?
I mean, you could go boneless buffalo wings. You could go Southwest egg rolls. You go honey chipotle chicken crispers. You go regular chicken crispers. I already said Big Mouth Bites. If I didn't, Big Mouth Bites. You could go Awesome Blossom Petals. You could go.
Oh, how do you spell awesome? What? Awesome Blossom.
Awesome Blossom Petals.
Oh, awesome Blossom.
Awesome. Yes.
Awesome.
Excuse me. You could go the cheese ball or fried cheese balls, which are just little baby mozzarella sticks. Just put that on there. We got a little wheel. A little wheel for it. I don't know if can we see it? We're working on it. I love it. I love it.
This. So, what are we gonna go with? So, can you hear the sound effects?
That sounds really cool.
So we're going. Ooh.
Honey chipotle chicken crispers. Dude, this.
And then you can remove it. So I'm guessing you have to spin 3 times, right?
Right. You would spin it 3 times.
So remove that option now. What's next?
All right. Give me Big Mouth Bites. Oh, I thought boneless buffalo wings. All right.
I mean, you can't go wrong with boneless buffalo wings.
That's all. I like to go honey chipotle, boneless buffalo, and Big Mouth Bites anyways. So let's just go green. Big Mouth Bites for the win.
Or
not green, whatever color that is. Big Mouth Bites, yellow. Oh, fried cheese balls. Not a bad order right there. That's your triple dipper, fellas. Chili's, sponsor us. Come on.
That's your
After
week.
that,
Maybe we could do that every week. Your week's triple dip selection.
This week's triple dipper brought to you by us, and it could have been Chili's.
And if you go in and give them the code CBB, you get 10% off your triple dip. So you're just giving you ideas, Chili's.
Just all kinds of ideas, Chili.
Sponsor us.
These are yours. Could be yours.
Yeah. But for now, we are sponsored by Lucid Illusions, the best band ever to come out of Houston.
Love them.
Check them out on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. And
check out the new album, Something New. Good listen. Highly recommend.
Although I feel they could have put more imagination into
I like
the album title.
Like, we don't need to get too crazy with it. It's all in the album. We don't need to get crazy with the album title. It's the beauty of it. I always think that somebody should just go Thriller 2.
Undead Boogaloo.
Yeah. That'd be a good one too.
Full of ideas.
Idea machine.
Before we dive in, we're not going to talk too much about it because I'm sure if you've been watching any kind of sports coverage or news coverage, you've heard of Damar Hamlin, the Buffalo Bills player who unfortunately suffered a cardiac arrest on the field last night, and so the game had to be called off. T's and P's. Shout out to him and his family.
That sucks.
But did you see? I mean, everyone's been updating it. Did you see where the fundraiser is right now?
So it was at like $4 million for
So if you don't,
it was to buy packages or to buy Christmas gifts for kids that couldn't afford them.
So yeah, before he started with the NFL, I think it was before he got drafted. He started this Chasing M's Foundation community toy drive, which I think is something to do with his mother's charity or something like that. And he's looking to raise $2,500. I think before the game started, it was at like $12,000, and it's now refresh $4.9 million. That's incredible.
It's pretty wild.
So yeah, thoughts with him. But yeah, we're not gonna, because everyone's. It's the nature of the game, I guess. But any kind of trying to talk 2 hours about something that we've got no updates on. It's.
I mean, did you see the game last night? Like, I was playing Xbox and I saw that like the game was postponed, and I was like, lightning or whatever. Okay, cool. I'm gonna play more Xbox. My friend's like, dude, did you just see what happened on the field? And like sent me a video, and I was like, oh fuck. So I hopped off and like was like, this is pretty nuts. This is what's going on. But yeah, it was some scary stuff. But when they threw it to the broadcast, like nobody knew what to say. Because you just had to be like, his health is obviously the number one concern, and I'm not disagreeing with that. And then it was almost just like if you said anything about the game, because like yes, obviously everybody hoped that this man was okay. It was terrible what happened. Best wishes to him and his family. But then like it was like, all right, so like, are they gonna play the rest of that game? Like, I mean, it was the right decision not to play the game, but you're just like, there's people at the stadium. Like, what do they do? Like I don't know. I've never really seen anything like that happen. So it was weird that like Skip Bayless got thrown into the fire. I mean, I think that he, it was probably not the best tweet to send out at that time, but he had also, if you check his history, like
I got what he was saying. He just worded it very badly.
The previous two tweets were just like, nothing matters right now. Like this is a tragedy. What's happened. This is terrible. This is awful. But like nobody saw the two tweets before that. The one that they grabbed was the third one where it was like, but like, how does the NFL cancel this? Like, if this is a team trying to clinch a 1 seed, this is a team trying to clinch a division. I don't know if they already clinched a division, but it's about playoff seeding. And it's like, again, first and foremost, players' health is first. But like, it was, I was like, I don't think he was like an asshole. He wasn't like, dude, fuck this guy. He needs to quit being a pussy and get up. Like, if he had said that, absolutely. But like, his job is his job is typically to take the opposite side of any argument from anything. And I don't think that's even what he was doing. He was asking a question, and then they're like, well, he should be fired. And like, his job is also to bring in ratings and to get numbers and to get people to watch his show. And if you don't think people were watching his show to see what happened, like to see how he handled like all the backlash he got, like I again think maybe it was poorly timed, but like I don't think
it was poorly timed. I think it was just poorly worded.
But I also think he said, this game doesn't matter anymore. Right now,
Yeah.
This doesn't matter tonight. Like, I don't have the tweet in front of me, but like, it was like people just stopped reading when they saw what they didn't like. And it was like the last whole thing was like, I mean, none of this feels like it really even matters right now. And it was like, he's thinking out loud. Like he's a personality. That's his thing, is he tweets his thoughts. And like,
yeah, no, I must be, when I first read it, I was like, what the fuck, dude? Why, like, what the, and then I reread it, and I was, so basically what he was saying, again, I'm going to read it verbatim, but he was saying, basically he was saying, it's the right call to call off this game. Basically, I wonder how they're going to handle this. That's basically what he said, which is a fine thing to say. But then what I had more issue with was his follow-up tweet, where he basically was like, hey, my bad if you misunderstood my tweet. And it's like, just say, hey, I maybe worded it wrong. My bad. I didn't mean it to come out like that. Don't like be like, well, I'm sorry if you misunderstood my tweet. It's like, oh, dude, just reread your tweets before you hit send, buddy. Right. But yeah, I think definitely could have worded it better. But yeah, I don't think he should get fired. That's.
So it says, no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. And it's like, obviously, like he sort of goes back again, But then right
If
before
you read that in a sarcastic tone of voice, it sounds like a dick move.
right, but the two
Because he
tweets
put the
before
dots.
that.
Oh yeah. But the two dots,
tweets
like, oh, which matters.
it was just
doesn't
him
matter
finishing
now.
his thought, finishing that thought, and being like, I mean, it doesn't really matter because of this guy's health. But his two tweets before that say, not exactly sure what happened to DeMar Hamlin. Players on both teams are shaken. Ambulance out on the field. CPR administered. Can't remember play being stopped for this length of time. Just said a prayer for him and his family. I've seen so many horrific injuries suffered on football fields, yet have never seen a reaction like this. In every other situation I witnessed or covered, the game always went on fairly quickly. The attitude was, hey, that's football. For these players, this is different. And it's basically saying, like, this is different. Like, he's not disagreeing with them not, like, continuing to play on. And then he's like, are they going to come back and resume this game now? And so that's like, I don't think he definitely poorly worded some stuff, but like, I don't think it was like a cancelable offense. I'm going to talk about this on my other podcast too, if you want to tune into that. We don't have to get super deep into it, but it's like, that is just the culture we're in right now, where people just get very outraged over what they get outraged about.
Thing with the 5-minute warning, where, because from what I understand, the protocol usually, obviously, if there's a player injured and has to get carted off, if they say, okay, once the player's clear and in good hands, we give everyone 5 minutes to warm back up again, then we restart the game. And so whoever, I can't remember which one it was, when one of the announcers was like, oh, so maybe they'll get 5 minutes or something like that. And I think people just like, what? The NFL are telling them to start again? It's like, no.
Yeah, and then it was like a whole conspiracy thing.
Under normal circumstances, that will be the protocol. He's not. So it was very.
It was a whole lot of. It was a whole.
We don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and trying to dance around it. But thoughts, prayers to his family, and hopefully he can be better, get out of critical condition soon. I know they intubated him. They gave him a breathing tube, basically, and so they've sedated him. But yeah, scary stuff.
Yeah, last update, he's still in critical condition, but I guess from where he was, the fact that his heart's beating is a good sign. So hopefully we get some good news. Let's move on awkwardly from that to talk about the Giants. So the Giants, well, West Ham ruined Christmas and they tried to ruin New Year's, but the Giants, Brian Daboll, Daniel Jones were like,
not happening. Not happening, pal. Not happening.
And they went on and destroyed the Indianapolis Colts.
First win by more than a score this season.
Won more than a score, which is great. But so much so that Brian Day was like, you know what? We don't even need our starting quarterback anymore. And took him off during the fourth quarter, which is quite nice.
It was. And I loved that he didn't sit him initially. He's like, no, go hand it off real quick. Hand it off to Matt Breida, and then we'll take you out. Let you get a little ovation because I mean, we've been Dan Stans since day one. Nobody can say we haven't been. Just go check the tape because we have over and over again been like, he's the guy. He needs to have people that know what they're fucking doing working with him. Guess what? He got people that know what they're fucking doing. He got Andrew Thomas. Dare I say, best left tackle in the league? Dare I say? I mean, statistically, look at it. Best tackle in the league, best left tackle in the league. He's figuring things out. He's got a scheme that works for him. He has Brian Daboll, who's not forcing him to work in his system. He's forcing his system to work around Daniel Jones, and that's exactly what sometimes like the quarterback isn't the problem. Sometimes it's the scheme. Sometimes it's the coaching. So, like, coaching matters more than players in a lot of instances, I think. And I think like you have basically the same roster that Joe Judge had, but you're in the playoffs now, and Joe Judge wasn't going to fucking get this done. Brian Daboll he's come in and he's shown that Daniel Jones is a fucking franchise quarterback. And anybody that says that he's not right now, just like, I don't know. Let me go read you. Alex, but it's just the Colts. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Shut the fuck up. I don't care who it was against. It was against a fucking pro team. It was in a must-win game. The pressure was on. His quarterback rating was 125.2. I don't
highest
know
of any quarterback at any
highest
point
QBR. Highest QBR of any quarterback in the season, because I think that's out of 100, and it was like a 96.2. He was 19 of 24. So I went back and I watched every Daniel Jones pass, and every Daniel Jones pass from this game. I saw there was a highlight clip I saw, and it was every Daniel Jones pass from week 17, and two of those incompletions were on that final drive of the half where we got the field goal heading into the half. And it was just kind of, let's see if we can get to the end zone, throw it away.
Yeah, because
Okay.
we had like 20 seconds.
Flushed out of he's trying to
make it
save
down the
time.
field.
Flushed
Yeah.
out of the pocket. I'll throw it away. Fourth quarter, he had one. But it was before, I believe, the Hodgins touchdown or the Richie James touchdown. I can't remember which one. But it was just he threw it out of the back of the end zone because he didn't have anywhere to go with it. So that's 3 of his incompletions. And how many? He had 5. He had 3 of his 5 incompletions were him being smart with the ball, not making a mistake, making sure he didn't make a mistake. 2 of his incompletions. All right, I don't give a shit. Like, you had 2 incompletions the whole game. Who cares? Who fucking cares?
And like last season, we've seen before, those would have been sacks or interceptions.
Those have been sacks. There have been interceptions. And he's been taught to be patient with the ball. And like, that was like, I think in the beginning, we thought that maybe the team was being a little bit conservative offensively, but like, no, they're just making sure that they minimize mistakes. And like, you realize like this team is a team, we've said it over and over again, they can't really come from behind. If they get down double-digit points, they get down 14 points, they're not coming back. We saw that in the Eagles game, but this is also a team that like, they minimize the mistakes. They blitz you on every play defensively, and they hope that you make mistakes. Their goal is to make less mistakes than the other team. I think during the broadcast this year, we have the fewest turnovers this season. Last year, we had the most in the NFL. Flipping that around, that's the reason that you're going to the playoffs. But Daniel Jones, I mean, he's making checkdowns. You can see him at the line. You can see him making reads. There was a play to Matt Breida, I believe, where he saw something in the defense shifted, and then he just you could tell he audibled to it and then just gives it up the gut to Breida, who had like a 12-yard gain on that. And it's just like, he's reading the shit, man. He's reading the things, and then his fucking legs just make him, he's a smaller Josh Allen for Brian Dable. When Brian Dable was so used to working with Josh Allen, he implemented a lot of that stuff that the Bills are still doing, and he's running that same kind of thing with him. And then Mike Kafka worked with Patrick Mahomes over in Kansas City, and he's also like, so it's like a hybrid of like, they're trying to use him like Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, who are the 2 best quarterbacks in the NFL right now. I'm not saying Daniel Jones is those guys, that he's not, but he's being utilized like those because that's the way the NFL's fucking going, guys. It's the way the NFL works. That's what the successful teams are doing, and he's doing what the successful teams are doing, what the successful quarterbacks are doing. He scored 4 touchdowns. He was responsible for 4 touchdowns. Like, The haters can shut the fuck up. 2 in the air. Oh, he can't really. What else did he do with his legs? 11 carries, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns. He can do it all. And both touchdowns, he was scrambling, bro. He was fucking zooming by guys. He's being smart. He's being smart, and he is like, the Giants are not in the playoffs, I don't think, if he's not our quarterback this year. And the fact that he's been healthy, the fact that he's been able to make such progressions, like, so many people were ready to throw this dude out. And like, Dan stands, you know that we're Dan stands, but like, as Dan stands, it was nice to just be like, Where's what was wrong with this performance? What was wrong with this one? Because there's always the people that want to nitpick. That whole fucking stadium gave him a standing ovation when he got taken out of the game. The haters have to be furious. They have to be furious. Danny Jones is he's the franchise quarterback, man. You extend this guy. Next year. I don't know how you don't.
Oh, you have to.
I don't know how you don't. He's already essential to this team, and I mean, like, I hope we bring Saquon back too. I don't know how the logistics work. I want Dexter Lawrence back, probably more than Saquon, but like, just this team is getting it done. And it's these guys, like the few star guys, the few good players that Brian Dable took over a roster for. Like, Richie James was on the 49ers just returning punts exclusively this time last year. And I mean, Isaiah Hodgins was on the Bills practice squad.
And shout out to Richie James because, again, he didn't have the most perfect of games, but like you say, considering where he came from and considering he is under normal circumstances, we're like our 5th option wide receiver.
Darius Slayton was our 5th, so Richie James was probably he was practice squad. He was way below that. But yeah, I mean,
he made some good plays.
Minus the Seattle game, which is very frustrating.
Is that the one where he like dropped the returns?
He fumbled twice. Yeah. Minus the Seattle game, Richie James has been the most dangerous wide receiver in this Giants team. Isaiah Hodgins has been an absolute stud. Like, Kenny Galladay,
he is working
0
with
touchdowns.
Jones very well.
Kenny Galladay has 0 touchdowns still. 0.
But yeah, the link up between Jones and Hodgins is starting to look very promising.
Yeah, does he stay around next year? I don't know. I don't know what we're doing in the offseason. That's the weird thing about this team is like we've got room to go do stuff. Now we got to sign guys that we want to keep, but like we're obviously going to go draft a receiver, maybe bring in a free agent or two, maybe get a couple other guys. But like this is going to be like a team that people want to come play for now instead of just like this is a dumpster fire. I'm staying away, and I think that it's just I don't know, man. It made I on my Facebook like 1 year ago today thing popped up yesterday, and I guess it was a year ago from like a Giants game, and it was me. It was the meme of me of the guy on the bike, and it was me enjoying my Sunday, and then it was him sticking his stick in the spokes, and it was me watching a Giants game, and then it was just him on the ground all like beat up, and I was like, that was me last year, and I'm so happy that is not me at this time this year. We didn't think they were gonna.
Was it like 4-13 last year?
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, we did not think this was a playoff team coming in. We didn't believe that this turnaround this drastic was possible. And I mean, it's again, I don't know if we're gonna go on a magical run or anything like that. I would love that. Not gonna rule it out, but I don't expect that. This if we could get in the playoffs, man, like I don't know. This is a benchmark right here, and this was not the complete team that I think that Brian Dable wants, and he's making it look like they're a fucking complete team. They seem like you saw those guys on the sideline. They fucking bought in. They bought in to changing the culture is what everybody always says. They bought into the culture, man. They loved it, and it's hard to not love going to the postseason. Let's just do this every
incredible year. Like considering I think if I remember correctly, at the beginning of the season, all I want because it was very clear this was going to be year one of a rebuild.
Yeah.
So all I think I wanted was like, let's just at least improve. Let's get
show us progress.
Let's move forward.
I was like, if we could get 7 or 8 wins, like fucking, I'll be stoked.
And the fact with all the injuries we had in the middle of the season, the fact that we're at 9 wins is incredible. And we're in the playoffs.
And we're in the fucking playoffs, dude. And we're in the playoffs.
Bobby McFunnel Waffles, people shouldn't underestimate a Giants wildcard team. No, they should not. Because as it stands, I mean, still week 18 is a whole lot of changing that could be done in the seedings, except for us. We're
very
6.
true.
But
yeah, we're locked in.
It's looking like we could be linked up with the Vikings again for a rematch, which I will be I don't think, I'm not going to say, hey, it's a guaranteed win, but I feel a lot better against them than I did the 49ers. So, hey, maybe we could fuck around and get into the divisionals.
Right. You fuck around, do that. Who knows? I mean, Tampa. What if it's just all the dogs win besides Dallas? Fuck Dallas. Like, what if the 49ers win? Okay, I mean, I don't think we get past 49ers, so that'd be tough. But who knows? They have a rookie quarterback. Vikings, I think we could beat. Tampa Bay, we could beat. Green Bay probably gets that 7 spot, I think, because I think they win.
And they are on a hot streak right now.
Right. Green Bay wins tiebreaker.
I think Green Bay win, they're in.
When they're in, Detroit wins, and they
Seahawks
are
lose.
in. They
I
need
think
Seattle.
To lose.
Okay.
But it's very confusing.
Regardless, first round, then you make. I mean, I don't want to go up against the Eagles. That's not going to go great. I think the Cowboys would. I think the Cowboys lose to Tampa, dude. What? The Cowboys are going to lose to Tampa.
Yeah, they're going to be.
They're going to lose to Tampa. Tom Brady's never lost to the Cowboys. Fun fact: 9-0 on his career. Never lost to him. The Packers get in. They'll fuck some shit up. I think the Packers will fuck some shit up. They knock like we get to a certain point. We beat the Packers this season. I don't know. Shit happens, man. It's the fucking playoffs. That's the beauty of
anything
the playoffs,
can happen
man.
in the playoffs.
The Giants have won the Super Bowl the last 2 times. Just get in and figure out what the fuck to do after that. And if we're in it, we're in the fucking dance, man. We're in the dance. Shit goes our way.
Everyone knows once you get invited to the dance, there's a chance to get laid.
There's a chance to get laid. And you know what? Where's the Super Bowl this year, Mike? Do you know where the Super Bowl is off the top of your head? I know where it is.
It is in wait. It's in shit. Atlanta?
Glendale, Arizona.
I knew it began with an A. Fuck.
Do you know a fun thing that happened on February 3rd, 2008, my good friend? The New York Football Giants defeated the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 42 in Glendale, Arizona. So I don't know. We're good at that stadium. Pretty good at that stadium.
Also, speaking of past Super Bowls, so I had to run to the launch. I had to wash our comforters, and they're far too big for the machine downstairs. So I had to take them to like the laundromat. And normally I don't mind going to the laundromat because, while I'm waiting for those, stick the headphones in, listen to a podcast or whatever, just chill out. And as I get there, I realize, fuck, I forgot my AirPods. Fuck.
Ooh.
But then as I get there, they're showing on the big screen the NFL Network, and they're showing a replay of the 2012 Super Bowl. I was like, oh, okay. I'll watch this.
Watch this. Yeah.
It was so much fun to watch, knowing
my best day.
What
One of the best days of my life. One of the best days of my life. I mean, we're in again. Don't expect it to like lead to a Super Bowl, but like I don't fucking know. Shit gets weird, man. This has been a weird year, and the Giants are frisky. The Giants are frisky, and regardless of what happens in the postseason, like I think we're on the right track, man. And I haven't felt like this team was on the right track in so long. And like I don't know. There's that gif of Michael Scott being like, my heart is very full right now, and he's tearing up, and I was like, that's how I felt. Like when they just kept scoring, when they kept scoring and they kept scoring. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, I did get that. I think I have it right here.
Oh, who's gonna go get it? For those listening, Alex got a nice Sports Illustrated issue of that catch in Arizona for Christmas. The helmet catch.
The helmet catch.
But you know what's really interesting?
What?
Is that suddenly the fine folks in Philadelphia who were super confident 3 weeks ago are now scrambling because I think they might have to get Mr. Hurts back real quick to face the Giants, because I don't know if we're going to be playing our starters very much in that game.
That was going to be my question.
But we could get a little payback for them benching their starters and costing us the playoffs, even though we were like 6-10 that year. We didn't really deserve
right.
But whatever, we could have been in the playoffs if it wasn't for them. Now we could fuck about, beat them, and suddenly instead of being number 1 seed, they're like number 4 or 5, which would be hilarious.
Which I understand where you're going with that, but I don't think that our guys are gonna like play to just beat Philly. Even though, like, I don't know this, I think we're better than the Saints. The Saints beat them on Sunday. But I don't want Dallas to have the bye because fuck Dallas, fuck Philly. But I also say fuck Dallas because I think the path to getting Dallas out the quickest is having Tom Brady fuck them up in the playoffs, like Tom Brady does every time he plays them. And then, I mean, honestly, though, if the Packers got in and won, then the Packers could play the Cowboys. The Packers don't lose the Cowboys. So there's one right there. I don't know. I would rather Philly have the number 1 seed because it looks like they're struggling right now. And it's like you can knock the top dog off. I don't want Dallas getting any benefits.
I'm just kind of hoping.
I don't like the way Dallas is playing. They seem like they've been better lately. I don't think they're not gonna get done. They're not gonna get done. But I just don't want Dallas getting the bye.
If I had to guess, and this is very much a guess, I would probably say just for consistency and reps, I wouldn't be shocked if we start our starters, maybe play the first quarter, and then switch them out.
Pull them at a certain point, I think.
But even though, like, we can lose ridiculously on Sunday, and it doesn't matter, we're still in. But I just don't want us to lose.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't hate it. And who knows? Maybe Washington fucks around and beats Dallas. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I think that there's the 2007 comparison where like we had nothing to win, nothing to gain. We were locked in our playoff spot, the 6th seed, or 5 seed, whatever it was. But we played the Patriots the year they were trying to go undefeated. They're trying to have a 16-0 season in that final regular season game, and we didn't beat them, but we were almost there. And that whole team was like, yeah, man, that's what gave us the confidence to go and just kill it in the playoffs. And also Remember Eli Manning went fuck you mode? Like that was when we saw Eli Manning like go like Superman mode where he's like, I'm just not gonna throw an interception. I'm just gonna ball out. We haven't gotten a chance to see Daniel Jones in the playoffs. What if Daniel Jones goes just fuck you mode?
I could see it.
Looking pretty good right now. Looking pretty good right now. Regardless, just like we hope there's no injuries and we're going to the fucking Yoffs, dude. Going to the Yoffs. I think they rest the starters in some capacity.
Yeah.
For sure. I don't think Aziz plays. He's working on an ankle. Anybody with some sort of like ailing thing, I think Leonard Williams should probably sit. Just kind of rest some of the guys. Give the guys
Xavier McKinney. Give him an extra week.
Yeah, let X sit. I don't think Adoree Jackson comes back. But fuck, man. It's been a very long time that it was this nice being a Giants fan, and it's really cool. I feel like it makes me so happy just talking about him right now.
And what's even nicer is that no, never mind. I just misread that. I was going to say even if we lost, we would have still been in, but we wouldn't have been. Never mind. But but yeah, it was funny. It was fun because I was watching the game on Sunday, and then I had to run to the pharmacy, so I was getting radio updates. And then while I was in the pharmacy, it suddenly like automatically switched over. That I was getting text updates from Alex. So no matter where I was getting updates of the game. It was great.
Yeah, dude, it was great. I mean, we started off kind of shaky. It was weird. Like they had that long catch that was kind of lucky, and then just after that, it was like, I mean, after the Landon Collins pick six, I was like, this is good. Like getting the ball back, getting the field goal at the end of the half, I was like, okay. Like I think we were up 3 scores, and I was like, just don't give up 3 touchdowns to the Colts, who have not been able to score hardly at all this season. Like that's all we had to do going into the second half, and then we went up 4 with the Landon Collins pick, and it was just like, we're doing this. We're not gonna like. I'm so used to the Giants of old where we just fuck it up, and we didn't. And it was
that was one that was fun to watch because we went down 3 points, and then we scored. I think was it 31 unanswered points.
Yeah,
pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Couple of things we want to add on to this before we wrap up the Giants talk. One, if you didn't check out episode 91 of Big Blue podcast, you may have seen a prediction by your favorite English New York Giants fan who said Giants are going to score a defensive touchdown next week against the Colts.
They did.
And
they did. Yeah. Guess what happened?
And at the time, it was too early for you to put a bet on. Did you follow my advice?
I should have. I did, but I think maybe if I had, I would have jinxed it.
Maybe.
It would have jinxed it. But I also, your favorite American Claret and Big Blue host, said, have you seen that Colts offensive line? Have you seen the Giants defensive line? Kayvon Thibodeau might actually murder a quarterback. He didn't necessarily murder a quarterback, but
no, he kept him alive so he could tell the others.
Knocked Nick Foles out of the game. And then, I saw Alex O had asked a question. He said,
how do you feel about Saturday's comments on Thibodeau?
He said it was tasteless and classless and disgusting. I don't think
I feel he failed to mention when he was talking about how classless Thibodeau was. He forgot to mention the moment when one of his players was waiting until Daniel Jones was sliding, going down, and then he gave him a forearm shot. It didn't really.
Right.
Was that
tasteful? I mean, I don't know if he was asked on that, but I'm not the class police here. Not the class police. I don't like the class police. I thought it was a dirty play. I don't think what Kayvon Thibodeau did was dirty at all. I think it was a sack on the quarterback. I don't think he knew he was fucking hurt, man. It was the longest touchdown celebration I think I've ever seen.
After he went to the sidelines and he did the sleep thing, he definitely knew at that point. So that was probably not a good look.
But like maybe he also just meant Colts go to sleep.
Yeah, he put the game.
We don't know it looked bad. That one looked bad. But like, I don't know, man. Okay, he should have just done this again. He should have just done the.
That should be his trademark move.
But the Snow Angels, hilarious. Like looking at him next to a dead body, just doing Snow Angels. Like I shouldn't have laughed, but I couldn't stop. And I think I watched that clip like 100 times. And then I think it was Talking Giants podcast, like edited the Patrice O'Neill where he was like, people get all they're holding hands. We tried to fucking We tried to fucking kill people when we were playing. Like, you didn't give a shit. You took his. Oh, he can't feel his feet. Take his sock off. Wear it on your hat. Wear it on your hat. Wear it on your hat. Let him know. Let him know. And it was like a Patrice O'Neal thing. And then obviously that was before yesterday's tragic events, which it seems a lot worse to say now. I mean, obviously not like it looks bad. It looks bad after the fact. But like Kayvon didn't know, and he was just excited to get a sack on the quarterback, do his job. And then did you see, was it Jalen Smith, I believe? He goes to sack Foles, and Foles had kind of like checked the ball, tucks the ball, and he like just holds him and like stand. And then they both like stared at each other, and then he grabs him again, and they blew it dead. Or no, but then he threw it, and I think it was incomplete. And it was just like, it was like, what the fuck is Jalen Smith doing? Like, Jalen Smith knows that if he
sacks him, he lands on top of him, and that's a flag.
I was like, that guy was playing heads up football. Like, it looked bad after, like, when it didn't work, but it's like he thought the guy threw the ball, so he was like, I just don't want to get a penalty. I don't want to extend the drive.
And then he turns around to look for the ball.
Yeah, and then he looked back at Nick Foles, and Nick Foles looked at him and just was like, throw. But yeah, that was Nick Foles didn't want to be there.
No, he didn't
want to be there. He looked like he hated it. And Sam Ellinger didn't really look that much better either. But it was a good win. Thibodeau's celebration was, on paper, it doesn't look great, but I don't think that he didn't maliciously hit him. He sacked him. That's his job. Kayvon Thibodeau's a fucking monster, though. Kayvon Dexter Lawrence,
still in
fucking
his rookie
monster.
year.
Right? He's only gonna get better. He's gonna be the next Lawrence Taylor. I know he's not a linebacker, but he's gonna be our next defensive.
Speaking of which,
Strahan guy.
If I feel that we should start every home game by having Lawrence Taylor run out.
How do you not
pump up the crowd? Even just watching him ring that bell, I was like, ugh.
Fuck yeah, we're gonna win. Yeah, it was good. That game was just maybe my favorite Giants game to watch all season, just because I wasn't really sweating it.
I do wish I was there, but
that would have been sick.
I was violently hungover.
Yeah, no, that happens. But yeah, Giants in the offs, guys. Fuck yeah.
Also, can I also bitch about, because I don't know, maybe we've mentioned it before, but I'm going to bring it up again, because each and every year I'm like, do you know what would be really easy? It would be so nice to have a season ticket for the Giants, but that personal seat license thing is horse shit. They need to knock that off. Like, if you want a season ticket, you have to pay for the season ticket, but then you have to buy a license for your chair. So a season ticket, for first time season ticket, it's like $6,000.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's what PSLs are like. That way, like if they switch stadiums, you can still have your seats guaranteed. I think that's what that means.
I'm assuming it's a one-off. We don't have to keep paying for the license each year. I'm assuming. I hope so.
I don't know. Then I think it means that only you can then sell those tickets unless the team sells them after that. You sell them back to the team, but you get like the right to like sell those at that point.
But still,
I don't know how it works. I'm not rich enough to own season tickets to the NFL. I am a part owner of an XFL franchise, and I have season tickets to that, but that's a little bit cheaper. I'll
just stick to buying individual game tickets.
There you go. That's the way to go.
That's me. Yeah. So, any particular prediction for the Eagles?
It doesn't matter. Just don't get hurt. Don't get hurt. But then again, like, people are like, oh, football's stupid. Like, how do people get so emotionally invested in football? I don't fucking care. Fuck you. Like, this is like one of the happiest weeks ever. Just for me in like a long time. Like, I got married in last year, so obviously that was a better week. But like, this was just like, I've been fucking just bouncing all week. Just been excited all week, man. It's a good feeling. That's what football does. It kicks you in the dick, but it brings you to the highest of highs at times. We're flying high.
Even I do remember, wasn't it the weekend, the day after you got engaged, the Giants won?
They did.
I do believe
they did last year. Yeah,
because then
the day after I got married, they won as well.
So you have to get divorced and then propose.
We just renew our vows right before every first game of the season. That's what we got to do.
Every weekend.
That'd be great.
Doing it again, babe.
Because I love you so much. Definitely not because the Giants are playing.
We could start.
Yeah,
I'm
so
sure
we don't
we
have
get
to do it then.
donations because you have to go to City Hall, whatever. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be a full wedding.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go Giants. Let's hopefully win. That'd be great if we just have all of our like backups and they still win. That would be hilarious.
Yeah. What do they do then? Just get
Fuck
better.
around and find out. That's what we
Let's do it.
All right. Before we end on a sour note, let's boost ourselves up with this week's joke of the day.
The joke of the day.
So, Alex, did you hear there's real like extreme equipment shortages at hospitals? Did you hear about this?
I did not hear about that, Mike.
Yeah. I had to take my own red crayon just so they could draw blood.
The joke of the day.
Like a first grade class, that's gonna kill.
Oh yeah,
That'd kill.
We've got to do some family friendly segments for the show.
There you go. We're good for the kids.
For kids.
The kids.
West Ham.
Not
Fuck
good.
West Ham.
Not good. I hate them. I hate
It
West
was
Ham.
such a horrible
hate it.
game against Brentford.
So
Brentford.
stupid.
Yeah, Brentford.
Doesn't matter. They're better than us. Doesn't matter.
My
Fucking
dad texted me.
What
at
are we
halftime.
doing? Was it Flynn Downs? Did Flynn Downs? You should have got to
No,
start.
he didn't.
You should have got to play.
It wasn't. So so in England the game wasn't on TV. So my dad wasn't watching the game. So he was
How
like,
wild is that, dude? How
it's
weird
ridiculous.
is it? Like that we are in another country watching them.
I don't know. They
It's
need to
insane.
sort that shit out. But and I guess he was like listening to the radio because I'm pretty sure he's not on social media keeping up with the game. But he would like text me at halftime when we was 2-0 down, and he was like, "Oh, I've heard Cresswell's playing shit," and I was just like, "They're all fucking shit. They're all shit." I'm not picking at one player. It's gonna be a very short summarization of this game because fuck everything,
Dawson
fuck
looked
everyone.
kinda
It was
good.
horrible. And he's probably leaving soon, so
Dawson almost
hip
scored
hooray.
like 4 times. Dawson almost scored 4 times. It's like we shouldn't just hope our defender scores. Like that shouldn't be our biggest. Like I was like, he's gonna score in one of these corners because he was so close. He was so close so many times, and it just I don't know. I mean, I shit on Fabianski. I don't think that was really on him. There was just like the defense was just fucking porous as fuck. I mean, Declan Rice is good, but he's obviously gone after this year. I mean, I guess we'll be watching Thursday games, right? That's what the championship is. It's at this rate.
no, did they even play? I don't know.
I don't know. I fucking don't even like. I don't even look for. Like, I know we play tomorrow. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm probably not gonna watch it. I'll probably watch it, but I'm
Is it
probably not
Leeds?
gonna like watching it.
Yes,
Yeah,
Leeds
we're gonna
should-
lose. We're gonna lose the Leeds. That's just what's gonna happen. But the Moyes, I think he's out, man. I think he's on his way out. They said that they've already thought like Thomas Tuchel and what was the guy that used to be Tottenham's coach? Like I guess before they fired 9 in a row. Pochettino.
Pochettino.
When I was like a West Ham fan, when I became
You
a
think
West
he'll
Ham
come?
fan,
You
that
reckon
was
he'll
who
go
that,
from
that
Tottenham
was
to
who I
West Ham?
saw. Well, he's not there now.
No, but still. Oh, by the way, shout out to that joke was probably the best one. Thanks, Alex. Yeah, just drink beer during the game.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we got one team that's good. I guess you can't have both of them be good at the same time.
It's one of the, I do feel that people are like overreacting in that, like they're just suddenly like, fuck David Moyes, fucking dinosaur. He's a fucking blah, 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 blah. It's like, right, okay.
But we're losing the games we
And
should be
then-
winning, and then we got a tough slate after this next slate of games we got. So it's like we gotta win these. You think we're gonna just turn it on and start beating City and stuff? Like I don't think that's gonna happen.
We just need to channel the energy of the Giants. Normally, we would lose the games we should win, but we're winning those this year. But I think there's a middle ground in that. Like some people are like just cursing out David Moyes like he's the Antichrist, and some of the people that's been like, no, but he gave us 2 really good seasons. It's like, well, it could be a middle ground. Like he did give us 2 incredible seasons, but with respect, I do believe it might be time for a change because for whatever reason, it's not working anymore. And I don't know. He just doesn't seem to know how to change. He buys all these flashy players and then he tries to fit them into the way he was trying to play last year when we didn't have those flashy players. And so
what if we just had 2 strikers? I don't like, how does not having strikers when you don't score goals? How does like, what is the,
we played them
the end game
together for a short while, but all
like
we did
5
was
minutes.
like those soft high balls crossed in. So it's like the goalkeeper just grabbed him every time. There was no direct energy going in. It was just everything was shit. And then when
I hate watching,
we got the penalty, and even though watching the replay, it was obviously clearly not a penalty because he was like a yard outside the box. But even when that got overturned, I was like, "This is it. That's so this game is over."
Yeah, it is.
And then my dad texts me. He's like, "Hey, how's it looking? Do you think we can turn this around?" I was like, "No, we've lost."
It was pretty shit. Just I don't know what we do from this point, man. Like you just gotta win games. Like I don't know what we adjust. I don't know how I don't know, like play strikers up front more often, be a little bit more aggressive. We don't have like what happened to our defense, man? We were
that
so
used to be a shining light. That used to be like we have an amazing defense, and now we don't. Alex O in the chat. I remember saying this a while back. They need to make the whole team strikers. I mean, it can't be worse since
you can't get worse than we are right now. So I'm honestly like Alex O can run that idea past Moyes and like he'll probably shoot down. Like we don't need offense. Why would we need?
I think by the time Alex O
Because
gets in touch with Moyes, he's probably be out of a job.
He might not be
I think if we lose tomorrow,
yeah,
that's got to be it because you have to. If a new manager is going to come in, but as long as we have someone lined up, because we might need to get a couple of new players in on loan, maybe in the January transfer window. But he needs time, whoever the next person is, to hopefully at least keep us up.
Right.
And then see what happens in the summer when we get that big, fat Declan Rice check.
Yeah, it's just like it's never been more obvious he's gone after this, and I'm going to hate it.
You have to go through, how many stages of grief is it?
All of them. A million. All of them.
What's the stages of grief like? Drunk,
denial, was it bargaining?
Something else in an acceptance.
They're a very frustrating team.
But now I'm just kind of like I hope he does stay, but obviously I'm sure he won't. But then at first I was kind of, well, no, he's going to ruin a good thing that we've got going here. And now I'm just like, I don't blame him. Get out while you can. Jesus Christ. Who could potentially be West Ham's new coach? I mean, I'll take either of those we mentioned earlier, Pochettino and Tuchel, but we need to strike while the iron's hot, and while we're like decent side, and we can get hopefully a decent manager that thinks, hey, we're in Europe still. I can get them back up the table, win the Europa Conference League, get into Europa League next year. Suddenly, it's not looking so bad. But if we're suddenly
some other names I'm saying is Michael Beale. Don't know him. He's the manager of Queens Park Rangers.
Sure. Okay.
Marcelo Gallardo.
Okay.
I don't know who he is. Who's the other guy? I'm trying to go. Okay, Gallardo. Click here. I've got it's like a fucking slideshow.
I hate those fucking websites. To be fair, if it's already
Gerardo Sion.
If it's been divulged
Bayern
in a slideshow,
Leverkusen's
it's probably
coach.
they're probably just guesswork. Then it's probably just putting anyone together.
Probably is. Good call.
Then it'd be like Pep Guardiola.
Maybe he leaves.
But yeah,
Yeah,
West Ham. I'm just looking forward to the only thing that might give me, if we can fuck around the Conference League, hopefully we can win those games and actually win something. But yeah, it's not looking bright. I have zero optimism with this side now.
Same here, man. It's fucking frustrating. Very frustrating.
But yeah, I'm not predicting anything from
Giants,
tomorrow. I wouldn't be shocked if we lose the Leeds. And then who knows? Maybe we'll get the board announcement graphic on the Twitter page. We shall see. But yeah, I think that can wrap it up for that thrilling West Ham segment this week. Talking more positive news, we obviously do have more content coming out from the two of us lads. Alex, new episode of Past the Gravy episode coming out. The first episode of 2023, the first original podcast in 2 weeks. My God, those baby birds are hungry.
2 whole. I mean, the other one was original. Just not the best of. Was just the best of. We're gonna talk about Manuary. It's Manuary. Happy Manuary to all the fellas out there. Finally, a month for men. We're gonna talk about how pizza's been very hot. We may even have a pizza sponsor this week on the pod, like an actual pizza sponsor, but they would not do the things that Andrew Tate did, nor condone it. We also are going to be talking about like resolutions a little bit, get into Skip Bayless, and I'm going to pitch some Blu-ray glasses to the gang. But answering your questions, telling you it's not cool, all the typical stuff we do on Past Gravy. We're going to bring it right back. First episode, Manuary 2023. Coming at you tomorrow at Past Gravy Pod, and hit subscribe, like us, follow us wherever you get your podcasts.
Also, I heard this is going to be the last What Would Jesus Do segment this week.
It's the last one, first and last.
So enjoy it.
First of the year, last one. So savor it.
So
what about Waffle Box?
Waffle Box.
What we got on Waffle Box?
We are talking about finally rights for sex dolls in Korea. It's
about time.
Far too long coming. So we're going to be talking about that. Also, fun and interesting ways how your family can get rid of your body when you die with new laws passed in New York. So that's fun. And then also we've got, we're talking about New Jersey's favorite daughter, Whitney Houston, in the movie review with her new movie, I Want to Dance with Somebody. Plus, of course, the regular middle of the show quiz, feel good segment, and the Dumb World Record of the Week. So check that out at WaffleBoxPod on Twitter and Instagram. Enjoy wafflebox.com. But I am Mike Fish. He is Alex Middleton. Follow me at Only Mike Fish on Twitter and Instagram. Follow him at Alex J Middleton on Twitter and Instagram. But until next week, don't forget,
seahorses forever.
See you next Tuesday.
Hey, let's go to Peyton. He's going to break down that touchdown. Can't hear shit. Never mind.